So Paul, we're here at a very sunny Donington Park, first round of the SuperKarts. First and foremost though, you must be happy to just be back at a circuit now.
Yeah, it's been about 6 months since we last been out. The sun's finally out now. It's not been out the past couple of days. We was there 2 days ago testing the first shakedown of the year, and it was wet all day. I think the last one it even hailstormed a little bit because it was like 6 degrees, I think the high. But it still tried to spit a little bit in that qualifier then. I think it did come a little bit heavy at parts of the circuit, but it wasn't wet enough for wets like. But slicks were fine.
Yeah, coming into a new season, lots of preparation, lots of hard work goes into it. Talk us through some of those things and what you've been doing to the kart over the winter.
There's a few, not many changes on it this season at the moment. We've fully stripped it down, refurbished all the kart, changed a couple of little things in the engine. Hopefully that might give us a little bit more. Apart from that, there's nothing much drastically yet as such. We're still developing little bits from last season now, so it's not too many big changes.
Yeah, should be a good season. Here at Donington Park, lots of problems over for a lot of drivers, I feel, with the changeable weather conditions. But talk us through, how was testing a couple of days ago?
It was good actually. I mean, to be fair, I had both engines have been sent away to Manfred at Weaver in Germany. We got them back, so both engines, my number one motor and my reserve motor, they had to be fully run in. So we only use it as a shakedown stroke running in session. But by the end of the first session, when it was wet and it was a drying track, so I could get a good feel how the kart was handling, and it wasn't too bad. We came in, checked the pressures, and they were all good. So I thought it's a good wet setup test. Then we went out in the next session with a different engine on, ran that one in. It was a little bit wetter, but we found that the Dunlop wets were not as good in that scenario. So we went back to the Hoosiers for the third session, and it was absolutely fantastic and much better. So by that time, then at the end of the day, we thought it would hopefully be better with the weather, but then it rained just near the end. So put the Hoosies back on and dialed it in a little bit better and got some good lap times into the end of the day. So for me, in a way, I got some good wet weather testing. Yet it wasn't a nice day, but it was great to have some wet weather testing, to be fair, and try some different things, different pressures, and learn a bit more that way. Because usually what happens is during a race meeting, it's kind of right. It starts to rain. What you do? That should be okay, and then you've either gone too high or too low on pressures, or you've done the wrong settings. So we've got an idea. We've wrote some settings down, and we should be able to, if it rains, we can dial it in so it can go straight out on track and should be good.
I'm sure that testing was very helpful ahead of today. Qualifying early on, real changeable conditions, a little bit of rain, it wasn't properly dry. I imagine quite slippery out there.
Yeah, like I said before, when we first went out, I was on brand new slicks. So I thought if that rain starts coming over, you're not going to get these scrubbed in. I got a decent enough lap in to begin with. I thought, right, they're scrubbed in now, we should be okay. It did start to rain, and like spit a little bit in places. I got an okay lap in, shall I say, but obviously with changing what we're saying about dialing in the wet weather the day before, or 2 days ago, we found that there's a little bit of discrepancy in what we've changed at the front. So what I found on that, I had far too much front end grip, and every time I turned into a corner, it was just throwing the back end out, which is quite frightening when you're doing 120 down crane of curves, and then you turn in and the back end wants to come round on you, especially when you're getting a crosswind. So you've got all these things to be battling with. You're going from a right to a left, and then you've also got a crosswind coming across. So at that point, then when you're changing direction, your nose goes too low. It can get a bit sketchy. So once or twice it had a little bit of a, and I thought I can't push too much. Came in, we changed the nose cone height, went back out again. I thought still not quite right. Got my best lap at the end, wasn't a great lap, but it'll do. Yeah. It's one of them. It's the first dry one of the year. Like I say, we learned a lot more in the wet weather. A little bit on the back foot in that one with the dry weather, but we'll be all right. We've got a few settings to change, and then hopefully if we just take a bit of the front end grip away, it'll be more drivable.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've got lots to look forward to. 3 races tomorrow. Thank you very much for your time as always, and thank you for the insight. Good luck.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.